in Florida State's close losses.
Yeah, they've had it in segments. They haven't had where the defense rewards the offense, offense rewards the defense, and then special teams taking care of both.
He helped NC State pull off a win against the top 10 Georgia Tech team. Smothers with a big hole, a stiff arm, and room to run all the way into Seminole territory, a gain of 26.
And a nice block up top. I think it's Keenan Jackson out on the edge as Smothers cuts outside. He picks up a block on the outside that gave him about another 5 to 7 yards in which to maneuver. The unselfish.
Smothers again, 3 plays, 3 touches.
A nice tackle.
But he's taken down by Blake Nicholson for a loss of 7. Front, number 64, Rico Jackson starting at right tackle with Teague Anderson banged up. Keep it on the ground, broken tackle. And that's Duke Scott. You hear the Duke chants. Smothers didn't play in the Georgia Tech win. 3rd down, 12 to go. Bailey chased. And he is dropped. The pursuit by James Williams. And it brings up 4th down. Stephon Thompson also in there.
And Williams, the transfer from Nebraska. And this is one of those where it's a coverage sack. They're in zone, but then all of a sudden you plaster when a guy is coming into your... For Florida State, 2nd down and 10. I look for a run to get back on schedule.
Moving the pocket.
Nice.
And a strike for a 1st down. LaWayne McCoy
has been nice.
That's the #1 offense in the ACC and the #1 rushing offense as Williams sets up a 3rd and short.
200 meters. Guy that can hit the home run for you.
Jalen Lucas, who's a bit of a gadget back, is in the backfield. They put it in his belly. Lucas with a 1st down run for Florida State. After the timeout, it's 2nd down and 10 for Florida State. Castellanos with time to throw. It's another deep shot. It's McCoy again.
What a throw.
And a 1st down. And that's what Florida State does. They'll hit you downfield with the deep shots.
What a throw right in the between the corner.
Castellanos downfield, overthrew it. It's picked off. Put a little too much helium, and Marshall ends up with the INT. So he had a big pass breakup, and now the INT, his 1st of the season.
Can't mess with Marshall Island. Devon Marshall, he is the self-proclaimed Marshall Island. But
he has demanded double and at times triple teams this season. Bailey to the air, another check down. There's Smothers. Spin cycle.
Nice.
And he typhoons up to the 34-yard line. Sets up a 3rd down for NC State. Scott gets the call. Got a block. Legs churning in the 2nd effort. Gets him the 1st down. They go right back to Smothers. And he jackknifes up to the 44.
A different area in the hole with just one move.
Blitz coming. There's the check down, and that is Justin Joly. Leads the team in catches. He's their tight end, H-back. Fake toss. Right back to Joly, upended, and he hangs on. Earl Little got him. It's a 1st down. Now inside the 35-yard line of Florida State. Bailey, quarterback run, got a block. Plunges ahead to the 27. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for NC State.
How many guys with his size do you see doing that?
1st and 10 off the pump fake. A shot. It's caught for a touchdown. Terrell Anderson.
Got behind Earl Little in that Florida State secondary. And Bailey with a dime. I mean a dime. Good protection up front.
Not fast because they are coming after him. He's got to be dialed in pre-snap. We saw it there, Andre.
Yeah, we did. Karkin. Get back to you after this kick return. He is up in a timely manner, and It took a while. Assessing him in the locker room right now.
Quarterback draw. Promo with a block for Castellanos. And he's right at the 30. That should be enough for a first down. Promo almost a half-hearted block attempt. Looks like an RPO. That's complete to about the 40-yard line. Javen Boggs, good-looking freshman wide receiver. Castellanos takes off. Boy, he is lightning fast. He is across midfield, a gain of 11.
Are in terms of the NFL, but he and Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt can play a long time up north.
Randy Pittman, who does everything for Florida State. He's their tight end.
Ready back in the face of NC State.
A check down to Sawchuk. Stiff arm. And swarmed across the 30. It's an offense that is #1 in the ACC in yards. Weinberg gets Florida State.
Last couple of weeks where they're in games and then they let them get away from it.
And a special talent in Taylor Green. Smothers tries to pinball, stays on his feet, and then gets washed out all the way back at the 21-yard line, a loss of 4.
Tall. It's amazing.
Great Barry Sanders, Bailey rolling. Joly's open, makes the catch. He was calling for it, and then he thunders all the way close to midfield. It took 3 Seminoles to usher him out.
I know they want to limit him tonight because of that quad injury, but man, when he's making plays like he's making here early in the game, it's going to be hard for Dave Doran to sit him down for C.J. Bailey and the running game.
Smothers again into the landlocked navel of that Florida State defense for 4. Duke Scott in the game at running back. Bailey steps up. He's hit from the backside and taken down. The ball may have come out as well.
Let's take a long look here.
There's that ball coming out when the knee goes down. Let's bring in Matt Austin, our rules analyst. Matt, first glance, what do you see?
It's really hard to tell. It does look like it might. I can't really tell, to be honest with you, from that view.
Of DJ Elliott, NC State's D coordinator, they're worried about Lucas getting on the perimeter with his speed. Castellanos looked him off, now takes off. Oh, got a huge block, and he slides down. How about Gunnar Hansen? The left tackle just erased a defender.
So quick, so fast, and all.
Running back rotation continues. It's Sawchuk eluded the first man and turns that into a nice pickup of 5. It's 3rd down and 2. Or when Ole Miss takes on Mississippi State.
What's your gut tell you?
I think he stays.
I believe that too.
Roydale Williams charges up ahead for a gain of 5.
Single year. And not to leave that and go start over, I don't know if he wants to do that.
Roydale Williams. First down run. Just about the Blue Bloods anymore. We could have Georgia Tech or Virginia this year get in as Castellanos gets to the 40-yard line. Castellanos, quarterback run. He doesn't get there. Only a yard, maybe 2. It's 4th down. Now decision time. Castellanos takes off, leapfrogs, and he's got the first down.
Wheeling himself, using his body to pick up the first down.
Now going quickly. Takes off, has room, angles out of bounds at the 24, a gain of 7.
To this offense.
2 years ago, Jaden Daniels was the only quarterback who had more rush yards than Castellanos. Strong run by Sawchuk. 1st and 20 back from the 27. Roydale Williams leapfrogs over a defender. Got some of it back, picks up 8. Blitz coming. That is caught by Boggs. That's Pittman.
You get about half of
clock
it.
running. 132 yards rushing, 200+ yards of offense, yet only 3 points. Bailey will step up. Puts his head down. He's got a first down. That'll momentarily stop the clock.
Around and get set.
Underneath, that'll keep the clock running. Keenan Jackson.
A touchdown pass from C.J. Bailey.
Bailey to Joly for a first down at the 30. That momentarily stops the clock.
Have a letdown right here on the final play of the first half.
And so they just run it to Smothers. Broken tackle, flag down. And we'll get the penalty. Flag comes in from the back.
You get down there, you can't, miss field goals or do things that take you out of field goal range or turn the football over.
And they give it to Usman Kroma on first down for a gain of 6. We check in with Paul.
Enough of it.
On 3rd and long. Castellanos chased. As an open man, it's Williams. And he's brought down well shy of the marker. It's 4th down.
King tackles, and he's been the guy.
Well, they come out throwing 2 plays in a row. That's Jackson on the slant. And he picks up about 9. 3rd down. Looked like he thought about throwing. Now he tries to truck. And he doesn't get there. He lost half a yard. It's 4th down. Wilson on 4th down this season is 4 for 4. He gets it. Looking for room. And the second effort by Will Wilson. Make it 5 for 5 on 4th down this season for Will Wilson. Right guard, Spike Souls out of the game. Now Bailey looking around. Nobody open. He takes off. Into the second level across the 40.
Is on Will Wilson, who's back in the game.
He's back in. Quarterback run. Wilson. Machetes into the Florida State secondary and into Seminole territory.
True freshman looks good. Just following his big offensive lineman.
Out of an empty set. Quick slant.
What a catch.
And a diving catch is made by Teddy Hoffman. Play clock winding down at 3. And Will Wilson. Turbos and tornadoes for a gain of 5. Looking for a win to become bowl eligible. Bailey to throw. And he goes underneath. He's got his tight end, Dante Daniels.
Wow.
And 1 at home. There's the blitz. Bailey has an open man. It's going to be 1st and goal. Wesley Grime. Wilson tries it again and leaves no doubt. 9-minute drive by NC State. Will Wilson punches it in for 6.
Will Wilson inflicting himself in short yardage situations to keep the chains moving.
Jalen Lucas, a dangerous kick return man. But that time he is stopped well shy of the 20 to Florida State. So this family rivalry is going to get interesting. We'll keep an eye out for Deuce Robinson as Sawchuk gets the call. Robinson, Marshall, I'm sorry. Who's been the best player on the field tonight? 3rd and 6. Castellanos finds an alleyway. Doesn't need much room. Found a sliver and moves the chains.
Castellanos is running behind you.
That was Florida State's 80th rush of at least 10 yards this season. Tops in the ACC, top 5 national. Castellanos, a heave-ho to nobody. Hollywood Smothers.
I want to know if we're getting an invite. He's having some special night, that's for sure.
There's Smothers again. It sets up a 3rd and short.
Because NC State did.
Will Wilson does it again. And that will take us to the fourth quarter.
Crazy year in the ACC, that's for sure.
Florida State opened with a win against Alabama. Keenan Jackson maneuvering the sideline, got back to the line of scrimmage. Florida State showing blitz. They just rushed 3. And they get home. Mandrell Desir, the true freshman, who is going to be a star in the ACC.
Mandrell and Darrell both on this, and is just mirrored everywhere Robinson has gone.
Roydell Williams on first down as we check in with Clark.
34.9 points per game.
Looking for Robinson. He makes the catch. Marshall right there. First catch of the game for Deuce Robinson.
Pass interference become a spot foul, and I'm always disappointed.
Blitz coming. Castellanos able to complete. Marshall follows Robinson, bottom of your screen. Castellanos looking that way. Takes a shot. Hits Robinson in stride. That time, Deuce got the best of Devon. Goal to go. And Roydell Williams speared by Kean Sloan. 25th, 2023 at Florida. Castellanos to the end zone. Touchdown.
Guess who?
Deuce Robinson with his redemption song on this drive.
Touchdown to Deuce Robinson, gets inside position on Bryant.
Happy feet. They keep him in the pocket. Throws, and he's got a man open. It's Boggs. The conversion is good. And Florida State pulls to within 3.
Touchdown to Deuce in the second half.
The number 2 rusher in the ACC. Bailey to throw. Over the middle, it's a long throw. It's brought in.
Nice.
That's
with C.J. Bailey.
Bailey's 15 out of 19. Make it 16 out of 20. That's right back to Anderson. Joly in motion. On the drag route, brought in with one hand.
Nice catch.
That sets up a 3rd down and 2.
And the chains have moved.
With the play clock at 1. Bailey is hit and sacked. The ball pops out. Now they blow the whistle. They say he's down. Deontay McCray. Noonkester catches the punt. It's a short one. It hits a Florida State player on the helmet. It rolls backwards. Scramble for the ball. Who's got it?
I think it's going to be the punter that recovered it.
It hit KJ Kirkland in the helmet. 24, he has no idea.
He's trying all he can because he hears the Peter call from the return.
2 forced fumbles, 4 picks. Bailey. Now they've gotten into 3rd and short. Bounce off the punt. NC State gets the ball back. They force another punt. Fair catch called for. White bumps him! Are you kidding me? NC State recovers! A special teams debacle. That is good news. Scott Doe put that inside the 5-yard line with the toss. Bailey will throw here on 3rd and 6. Toward the end zone. Incomplete. It's 4th down. They're going to go for it. Bailey toward the end zone for Joly. Touchdown! He hangs on.
Sundays await C.J. Bailey. And he just dropped a dime to Justin Joly. I mean, right on the money. Didn't hesitate, pulled it, and let it rip. And Joly, with those strong hands, brings it in.
Castellanos on 1st and 10. NC State rushes 3, drops 8. There's Deuce Robinson. Goes over 1,000 yards for the season, and that's a big chunk play. A 4-man rush. Quick hitter. Pittman gets out of bounds.
And to our point,
and that's not even close. Away from Tallahassee.
this one's got to go to Smothers.
Yep. NC State will become bowl eligible. Florida State calls a timeout. And Will Wilson now will take the snap here on 3rd and 5. Hitting the backfield and drags the tackler forward. No timeouts. Castellanos able to complete. That's Boggs. He runs out of bounds. A gain of 33. There's 10 seconds remaining.
North Carolina next week, their rival game.
Last play. Castellanos. Pass is tipped. It's picked off.
Only fitting.
And it's Devon Marshall.
Devon Marshall.